And just like that, we're back, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. We got a big time house update in today's video. It's another perfect day here in the beautiful state of Utah. Now, we have not filmed a house update in quite a while, and that's because we've been busy. We were in New York, we were in Ohio, we were buying the Ferrari GTC 4 Lusso. We've been doing all sorts of things, which means a bunch has gotten done on the house. That being said, we've run into one minor, rather large issue. Now, this issue we talk about is ever changing, and as time passes on, it only continues to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. The issue is getting a lot more worse the longer it takes. Now, building my dream house has truly been an absolute dream come true. I cannot wait. You guys cannot wait for the day we move in. The problem is, if I had to pick one single time in the last 20 years to not build a house, that time would be right now, and we're building a house right now. We're gonna talk about that. We're headed to the house right now. This is a cold start on a 2012 Lamborghini Aventador. This car is a 2012, it's almost 10 years old, and it still feels like we're going like warp speed. Oh, I love a 2012 Aventador so much. Turn video, go! Let's go, baby, let's go! Cradle that turkey, Tom! Don't spill the regular chips of the Coca-Cola. You good?
Not the regular chips in the Coca-Cola. No.
Anything for the regular chips, am I right? Yes, I am.
Yes.
Okay, we're good, we're good. Now I realize, guys, we haven't been here at the house in forever, and the brick guys are absolutely cranking. The red brick looks so good. I love the front fascia. These guys are putting in the time and energy and the work. Dude, best brick guys in the business right here. So cool. Now, I had some hesitations going back and forth. Did I want to go red brick? Look at that, it matches my complexion. Wouldn't you say so? Wouldn't you say that?
Red and pasty? Is that what you're saying?
Red and pasty. Wow, I kind of set myself up for that, didn't I? That being said, I'm not wrong. It's crazy to see this whole operation in action. These guys are hustling around the clock, and there's just something about the red brick that is so iconic. The front entrance, we're gonna have a black metal door. Now, as many of you guys know, there is a massive concrete shortage going on right now. Every single shovelful right there, that is basically Luke's entire salary, pretty much.
That's more than my salary, for sure.
This whole operation, though, seeing these guys in action is so crazy. They've been working around the clock. There's just something about the red brick that is so timeless, so elegant, so classy, so sophisticated. Once again, albeit red and pasty, still matches my personality.
Can I get a raise?
Wow, I see that transition right there. These guys are making this look so easy. It's also so satisfying to watch at how fast these guys lay these red brick. So cool. Now, we're not going to talk about red brick for the entirety of today's video, but I got to get my money's worth because this stuff is not cheap. Look at this red brick column. Is this not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your entire life? So yeah, we got red brick here. We don't have just one red brick column, we got two. Also, look at this wall. It's red brick too. And this one has a cold air intake. So next updates on the exterior finish, soffit and fascia. Now what that is, I had to do a quick Google search. It's kind of like what covers the trim of the roof, okay? So quote me on that, that's what it is, soffit and fascia. After that, we're painting the exterior. Garage doors, they're gonna be here so soon, probably in about a month or so, but most importantly, from California, the car elevator is shipping tomorrow. Now, one of the hardest things to capture on camera is the grand scale, the perspective of this garage. It's so insane, like looking at the cavity for this car elevator. You guys better enjoy this view because once the elevator system is in, we're never gonna see it ever again. Now, updates on the main floor garage. Next week, we have insulation. The week after that, drywall, baby. Now, down here in the back cave, there's really no updates. And down here in the basement, yeah, pretty much the same. But here on the main floor, it is coming together. The walls are painted, the baseboard is in place, the floors are in, cabinetry is arriving this week, we have the floating shelves going above the fireplace, even the doors are painted now. It's coming together so well. Like the grand nature of this living room, the echo is unbelievable. And look at the color of these doors. Is that not the most beautiful door you've ever seen in your entire life? Absolutely, yes it is. Now at the beginning of today's video, we said we had an issue, and we do. Now the big issue, of course, is financing. Now I'm building this house, I'm not paying for it in cash, I have a loan. When you're building a house, you have two loans. You have a construction loan and you have a traditional mortgage. Once construction is over, you transfer over to the traditional mortgage, generally a 30-year mortgage, but you can't do that until you have certificate of occupancy. Now construction on this house has taken a little bit longer than we were expecting. We're about 5-6 months past due. Now unfortunately that means I cannot lock in my interest rate right now. If you guys know what's going on in the world of financing, specifically interest rates, when I started construction, interest rates were almost at an all-time record low, and now they are climbing so fast, and every single day, they just keep climbing higher and higher and higher and higher. Now, the original budget for this house was $2 million. I put down $300,000, and I'm financing the remaining $1,700,000. Now, unfortunately, we far exceeded that budget of $2 million, and every single dollar over that budget, I have to pay out of pocket. Currently, I'm about $300,000 out of pocket because we're over budget, currently at $2.3 million. But none of that matters because $1.7 million, that's the key number we want to consider. So when I first started this house, interest rates were right around 3% on $1.7 million. So that means once the house was done and we're financing it over the course of 30 years, my monthly payment was going to be approximately $7,000. Now fast forward to today, interest rates are climbing through the roof. They're currently at 5.99%. So the interest rates have doubled. That means my new monthly payment is approximately $10,000. So just because interest rates have doubled, my new monthly payment over the course of 30 years is going to be an extra $3,000. If you analyze that and you compute that over the course of 30 years, over 30 years, $3,000 every single month, that's 12 months a year, over 30 years, I'm going to be paying an additional $1,080,000 for the exact same house, only because interest rates have gone up. Now we still have maybe 3 or 4 months until the house is completed, which means we haven't locked in an interest rate. Right now we're at 5.99%. Interest rates might keep climbing. They also might drop. We just don't really know. Even if we do lock in at a really high interest rate, it's not the end of the world because we always have the option to refinance if interest rates do drop in the future. But what this all means is that once we move into the house, we gotta pay this baby off as fast as we possibly can because paying money and interest is very lame. So if we have to sell the Veyron, if we sell the Urus, if we sell the Safari, we take that money, we dump it into the house, we can pay off the house, and then we have light at the end of the tunnel. We can start buying some of the craziest cars in the world. Now, building my dream house has been a dream come true. Admittedly, it's also been super stressful, but I do want to say thank you guys so much for all your support. It is going to be such a fun process when we finally do move in. But if you work for the Federal Reserve and you're thinking about lowering the interest rates, 2 thumbs up, baby. I went back and forth so many times on the red brick, but this perspective right here, like this is definitely my favorite angle. It looks so sick. Now as much fun as interest rates are, let's talk gas prices. Also an all-time high. But it's worth it. Gas prices are worth it because naturally aspirated V12 Lamborghini Aventador. So cool. Okay, I'm gonna destroy the transmission. Now I was talking to my mom on the phone last night and she said the cars are cool, the house is cool, but let's be honest, we need more Oscar content. Oscar, buddy. Really? There you go. Hey, Lupa. Hey, Poopy. Well, that right there is pretty much going to end today's video, but we got a couple last minute items we got to talk about. So the Nissan GTR Bug Killer, if you guys saw in the last video, we snapped the drive shaft. Well, incredibly amazing news. That car's gonna be back in the garage in maybe 2 or 3 days. When it first happened, I thought it was gonna be catastrophic. The car might be down for 6 months. It was gonna cost me $50,000, but no, it's gonna be less than $5,000 and about a week's time. But once the GTR comes back, the real question is, the white on white looks incredible, but I feel like that car, it needs, like, it's the Bug Killer. I wanna go something bright. So do we paint that car? Do we wrap that car? We could also go sinister. We could do all black, but we need the white wheels. We could do like a Miami blue. We could do a satin yellow. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm leaning towards a wrap because it is a race car, but I don't know, paint's so cool. Now moving on from the Nissan GTR, this morning I received a very special email from a very special company. I have finally received written confirmation from General Motors that my Hummer EV is headed here to the beautiful state of Utah. Now, when I say it's headed here, soon. When I say soon, sometime between now and the end of summer, we're gonna be taking delivery. You guys might remember when we had the Hummer EV here at the house, we did the crab walk, we did the launch control, so much fun. That truck is so exciting. By far and away, as far as electric vehicles, it is the most anticipated, exciting vehicle in my opinion. Now that does beg the question, the Ram TRX, once we get the Hummer EV, do we sell the Ram TRX? It has 700 horsepower, it's a supercharged Hellcat. Oscar loves this truck, but I think Oscar's also gonna love the Hummer. Do we sell the TRX? And then once we get the Hummer, what do we do with it? Obviously, we're gonna take it to Moab, we're gonna off-road it. Do we paint it? Do we wrap it? Because the Hummer EVs, all of them come in white, so I think it'd be super cool to like change it up. And I think on that eloquent, perhaps profound bombshell, today's video is over. Now, we're headed to Miami to pick up the Countach. We're road tripping that back to the beautiful state of Utah sooner than you think, but we're also headed to Monterey Car Week for the most anticipated reveal of the entire year. Inside sources tell me that Lamborghini might be revealing a very, very, very special car that yours truly might have put a deposit down. I've said far too much without quite saying anything at all. And on that bombshell, the second bombshell, bombshells on bombshells, today's video, yep, it's over. So Nick's updates on the wow. Take 19.